Welcome to the AllBrands show with me, your host. Let's give everyone a few minutes to jump on. Fast. All right, I'm seeing everyone jumping on. Hello. I'm already seeing all of your comments flooding in. Shelly, hello. I'm watching from Arizona. Fantastic. Dee, hello. Watching from Texas. That is awesome. Karen, oh my goodness, we are live. So if you're watching this on the 29th right now at 3:30, I am live. I can see your comments, all right? And I can respond. Hello. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. All right, Jackie, hello. Oh, Kimberly already has a question. Just got out of surgery and home, ready to watch. Not even shoulder surgery is going to stop me from watching Courtney. Kimberly, oh my goodness. Thank you so much. She's like, y'all entertain me. I'm laying down. Fantastic. Hello, Barbara Jones. So I'm just going to scroll it. Oh my God, you guys are flooding in. It's awesome. So I am feeling better. Thank you, Mary. Can you tell I am back to myself? It took a little while, but we are here. So today we're going to be doing everyone's favorite video. I've noticed when I look and see where people have the most interaction, the most likes, things like that are the hacks videos, testing hacks. Now, does this mean that I know what these hacks are going to do? Not usually, no. So I think that's part of the fun of the video and hanging out with us is that we're not sure what's going to happen and we're going to figure it out together. So some of them work and some of them don't, and we're here to test them. So I went and scoured the internet, as you do, to test out some hacks or to find some hacks. I have not tested these. I was talking to Lauren, our imaginary friend, before, and I'm like, Lauren, I don't even know if this is going to work. And she's like, yeah, that's kind of the point. So, and she's also reminding me in the comments right now, if you comment #AllBrands, you are automatically entered to win a AllBrands $25 e-gift card. So #AllBrands in that chat is going to get you automatically entered to win that $25 AllBrands e-gift card. And Shelly's like, don't worry, I've done mine. Emma Weber's like, yes, we are here and we are putting this #AllBrands. So put them in the chat right now, and that's going to automatically enter you to win that $25 e-gift card that we pull at the end of the show. So do not worry, you'll find out today. Let's see. Back from a cruise and brought home the flu. Oh no, Dee, but I'm ready to watch Courtney too. I'm here, Dee. I'm so sorry. Oh, so let's jump into this because we have 3 hacks, and one of them I'm very nervous, and I'm kind of wanting to put that one to the end. I'm kind of like, I don't know about that one. And I also just realized I did not brush out my curls this morning. I was going a little Shirley Temple on this one. I got a haircut. I'm still figuring it out. All right, so let's jump into the first hack. The first hack was, and whenever you use vinyl with your brother ScanNCut and you don't plug it in, I just noticed that, but it's whenever you're cutting out vinyl and say you're cutting out a very small letter. So a very small sentence, very small font, and it's really hard to weed out. Now, I'm right here. I have heat transfer vinyl glitter because I feel like this is the easiest, in my opinion, to weed out. So we're going to put it to the easiest one, and we're going to weed both of them out. But they're saying if you put an offset around those small little words, it will actually make it easier to cut. So I have never tried this, never thought about doing an offset to make something easier to weed in that kind of way. So we're going to try that today. So let's go ahead. Let's jump over to our machine. I'm going to wake her up. Good morning, machine. Hit OK. There we go. So we're going to go to pattern. And we're going to come right here to our fonts. All right. So I feel like we should do like a really small, like delicate one like that to really test this hack. Let's see. I think that might be our go-to. Let's see if we've got, yeah, I feel like that one's the thinnest one we got. So maybe this one or maybe this one. I feel like this has more stuff sticking out. I feel like it's more delicate. So let's take this one. And we're going to type in something. Let's see. I want to type in actually kind of like a sentence. So it has like a space in it. So let's do AllBrands. Space. Show. All right. Let's hit OK. Fantastic. And let's hit set. All right. So yeah, the Kirkifs, I can't remember if I'm saying that right. That's the kind of thought I'm thinking too. She's like, do you think the offset is going to make like a weeding box? Because we can add a weeding box ourselves, but is this going to make it like a weeding box? I don't know. We'll have to find out. So, all right, let's go ahead. I'm going to select this. I'm going to come to edit, object edit, and I'm going to come to my sizer and I'm going to size her down. Because what's the point of it being small without really testing it? Okay. Plus, my vinyl pieces aren't very big. So we're making her, I really want to use this and like test her. All right. So let's see. I feel like my vinyl is about a 6-inch. We're almost a 6-inch. So are we to that or do we need to go smaller? Oh, we need to go a little smaller. All right, there it goes. So she is itty bitty. That's some itty bitty font right there. We're going to select OK. I'm going to hit plus because I want to do 2. We're going to weed out one regularly and we're going to weed out one with that offset. So let's take one away, put her over here. So that's going to be our control. Look, we're scientists. We're going to take this one right here. All right, now if you come right here in Object Edit, right there is your offset tool. So we're going to select that tool. Ooh, failed to create an offset line. It might be because it's too small. So that might stop the hack right there. Let's see. Maybe if I make it a little bit bigger. Ooh, that was a lot bigger. Okay, let's see. Can I do an offset? Nope. Go a little bit bigger. Can I do an offset now? Yes. All right, so the hacks kind of failed right there and then, and we're not even being able to do an offset because it was so small. You had to have it a certain size to be able to do that offset. So I don't really like that. All right, let's see if I can make it a little bit smaller. I wonder what's the tipping point for it. Okay, so let me then. I'm trying to get as small as I can. All right, is that okay? No. Okay. So let's go 80. Nope. Yeah, at this point, you really could do fine letters. Okay, Curtis said try doing just one letter and make it tiny. All right, let's try that. Let me hit home. All right, go to our pattern. Let's do an A. Because she's got some frilly bits on her. Set. All right, edit. Object edit. Offset. Okay, it let me do the 1. Let's see if we can make her smaller. Because remember, it was like you couldn't go below a 70, like in height. All right, let's see. Okay, yeah, there was something about that big letter or the big sentence that it did not like. How low can I go? Okay, so it was something about that sentence it did not like the AllBrands show, and that's offensive, machine. How could you do that to me? But it is letting me do it for this one little letter. So let's try. Oh, you know what? Let's get out of there. I'm going to duplicate it so we have our control. It's so literal. It's like dots. I cannot. All right, let's go. Here we go. We do our offset. Let's, that's the uniform offset. So maybe let's keep it on the uniform offset. Hit OK. OK again. OK again. We didn't flip. I just realized that. I'm going to flip it. I don't really know if it matters. You know what? No, let's not flip. Let's just try giving its best bet. All right. And of course, we are going to use our vinyl blade to cut out our vinyl because, again, we're going to give it its best chance to actually work. Here we go. All right. This is going to be one of the weirdest things I think I ever do. Now, I was playing around with something earlier, so I do need to put my bar back. I just noticed that. There we go. If you ever use the roll feeder, which we are going to do a hack with the roll feeder, that's where you go to unlock it. All right, there she goes. Okay, so I've got a standard mat here, and I'm going to go ahead and just put some vinyl on it. I want to use this one. There's no reason. There was absolutely no reason. There's nothing different about these two. In my head, I was like, let's use this one. All right, so here we go. I've got shiny side of that vinyl down because that's how you cut heat transfer vinyl. There we go. Ooh, did I turn half cut on? I didn't. I'm glad I remembered that. There we go. Check the roll feeder rollers. Did I not lock that back properly? I did. There we go. There we go. She's testing that wolf here because I moved it. And she's like, wait, you moved it. And I can tell you moved it. What were you doing? All right, there we go. All right, so we're going to hit that wrench icon, scroll down one, turn half cut on. Now, we talked about the weeding boxes. We could have just added a weeding box, and that would have been fine. Did you mirror? No, I didn't mirror. No, I didn't. But for what we're doing, it's fine. All right. She's just going to be a little backwards, okay? She's fine. All righty. Here we go. Everything looks great. I like how I say that with a question mark. Let's hit start. All right, here she comes. All right, she always goes down. She like tests and like, you know, recalibrates herself and brings it down. Did I tell you I was talking to someone the other day? We just randomly met and they were talking about, oh, yeah, I love using my cutter machine. They had a Cricut. And she was like, you know, she's like, in your videos, you always like don't show the registration marks. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, yeah, when you scan something in, you never show the registration marks. I'm like, there's not any registration marks. And she was like, wait, when you cut, like if you're direct cutting or something like that, or you're scanning in, you don't have registration marks. And I'm like, no, the ScanNCut does. You don't need registration marks to be able to do that. And she was just like, what? And I'm like, it never like dawned on me, like, yeah, that is a thing with the Cricut. You have to have those little black registration marks. Where ScanNCut, we don't use those. Alrighty, so let's go ahead. And it blew my mind in that moment. I really did not need this big piece of vinyl. All right. It's so hard to see where it actually cut, and I'm terrified that I'm going to cut it in the wrong spot. All right, let's see. Thank you, thing. Not yet, roll feeder. All right, so we've got them somewhere. Where is it? Okay, there it is. I don't even remember which one was which. We're about to find out together. All right, so let's grab my picker tool. And I usually like to go from the end where I know my design is not. And then I just pull. Okay. Is this the one with the, I don't think this is the one with the offset. Is it the one with the offset? I don't know. Let's weed out the other one and see. It's so small. It's so small. All right. I feel like I'm wasting so much vinyl. It's fine. I've got enough of it. It's fine. Okay. I'm going to pull this one. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Okay, this is the one that didn't have the offset. Okay. Okay, so there's, it's so little. Jeez. Okay, I felt like it weeded out fine. I don't think it was any kind of, you know, complicated. All right, let me poke out the innards. There we go. Okay, so we've got one. There's our little A. He's so little. All right, this is the one that has the offset. And honestly, I mean, I gotta figure out where it is. Okay, so you have to take the offset off. Okay. And now I will say when I was peeling it, I do feel like when I peeled, I could be a little rougher with this one than I was the other one. But do I feel like it helped it in a big way? Not really, no. And especially because you can't really they don't really want to offset a whole sentence. They'll offset one letter. So unless you're doing one letter, I don't know. Now, looking at them, they look exactly the same. That was the one that, well, you're like, Courtney, we can't see. Let me switch it to this camera. Okay, so there we go. They look identical to me. I don't feel like it was a huge difference. And again, because you couldn't really do that whole sentence, I don't feel like this hack would really come in handy. Again, I don't know. What would you do? Is it worth it? I don't feel like it's worth it. And it kind of took me a minute to figure out where it was. I don't feel like it was worth it. I don't know. I'm like looking at them really closely. And I dropped something. Okay, so this is the offset one. This one was not. If you could do a full sentence, I get where it would actually be helpful. But since you can only do a letter, I wonder if in Canvas Workspace you could probably do a whole sentence, is my thought. Which I could try that one day. You can't see my Canvas Workspace, so I'm not going to do it right now. But I feel like it would be helpful. Let's see. Let me answer some questions real fast. Let's see. Yeah, that was the thought. Would it act as a weeding box? That was the hope. That was what we wanted. All right, let's see. Maybe a sans serif, I cannot say that word, font would be better. Yeah. Yep. Well, I was hoping it would just do it. I see, I did not mirror. I'm sorry. Courtney, how do you clean the back rubber rollers on the bar? Thank you. Black rubber rollers. Most of the times I'll just take honestly, sometimes it's a Lysol wipe, but I'll just put some water on a microfiber cloth or something like that, and I'll just roll them. You can unlock it, and then that way you can actually roll them yourself, because if I try to roll them now, they don't want to roll. But if you unlock them with that mechanism right here, you can actually spin them to clean them. Do I need to clean mine? Yes. All right, so I'm gonna say that was a hack fail for me. I don't really like that one. Would you have to weld first, then do the offset? I missed the beginning, so not sure what to do. For what we were doing, no, unless you wanted them to be combined. I didn't move it once I made the offset, so it didn't matter. If I had moved it once I offset the cut, then it would have been two separate pieces. But I didn't move it once we did, so it was a-okay. We tried. We tried things. I don't even know where my trash can is. She's over there. All right, so let's jump on to the next one. So the next hack is actually, do we do the roll feeder hack or do we do the stabilizer hack? I'm a little nervous about this roll feeder hack. I feel like let's just do it. Let's see. All right. So if you've never used a roll feeder before, the box looks like this, because I am good about keeping mine in my box. The roll feeder allowed you to cut up to 6 feet of continuous vinyl. Now, Courtney, when would I want to cut 6 feet of continuous vinyl? I actually like making like wall decals, or if you're making like a decal for someone's business on their door, it's nice because then you can go much bigger than, on your 12 by 24 mat. Also, it's kind of fun to do borders with them. If you've ever done a border with it, it's really, really fun to do that. So what we do is we take the roll feeder. It looks like this. It's got little bitty arms that actually push out. And it's got this little bitty, I keep calling everything a little bitty, but it's got this part right here. The camera's farther away from me. If you notice, there's these like hooks to it right here. These actually hook onto the front of your ScanNCut. Now, you know where you usually put your finger in to be able to open the drawer right here? So we thought that's just for our finger. That is also for those little hooks to actually hook on to the front of your ScanNCut. And we have a whole video on the roll feeder itself. So if you want additional information about the roll feeder, we have a video for that. So with the roll feeder, if you notice, I've just pushed this mat away a little bit because we don't actually use mats when we're using the roll feeder. There's no mat. It's matless cutting. They recommend it for vinyl. So there's not really any fabric ever being cut on the roll feeder. Not even, twisting my words. Can you tell I haven't been live in a while? So I was thinking about it and I'm like, well, if you had a roll of fabric on hand for something else that usually sits in the room with you, couldn't I just put this roll on there like how we do the vinyl rolls? And the answer is probably yes. I'm thinking yes. But do I really want to take this fabric roll and put it on there? I mean, I could print it and roll it back on there, was my thought, because this is just white fabric. So then I got to thinking, I can just slip this roll out just for right now. And this is a-okay. I'm not wasting it. And I do have this print that we printed at Houston Coil Festival last year. I don't know those people, and I'm sure they're nice, but I could just roll this fabric back on. So if you were to print fabric on your print Moda, you could just roll it back on here and then put it in your roll feeder. And then that way your roll feeder could cut out larger pieces of fabric that are like 6 feet big or long, is my thought. So we're going to test this out together. I did not know such a thing exists. Maybe I need a roll feeder in my life. I do love the roll feeder. Like I said, we have a whole video on it, and it's me geeking out about the roll feeder. So I'm containing myself right now. So that way I don't freak you guys out. I actually really like that. All right, so I'm rolling it just on here. Now, if you've ever used the print Moda before, you know that there's that plastic backing to it, because think about it. If I just put regular fabric on here and put it in there, it wouldn't have any structure to actually, because whenever it wouldn't have structure to be able to go through, because whenever the roll feeder is actually cutting out, it's putting the vinyl going like this, and then it'll push it back, and then it'll push it forward, and it will go back and forward. If it's just regular fabric, it's going to get all bunched up. So that's where Print Moda, I was thinking, well, there's that backing on the Print Moda fabric that peels off at the end. So that gives it the structure for me. So that's why I'm thinking Print Moda fabric. All right, so I'm going to roll this up really well. I'm kind of wanting to tape off just the where it starts right here. I don't know if that's a bad idea or a good idea. But I feel like when I do it with the vinyl regularly, maybe I won't tape it so much. I'll put the tape on me and then I'll put it on here. It pulls it. It does pull it. So, all right, let's try. I have no idea if this is going to work. This could be a colossal fail. And then also, it does a half cut with vinyl. Is it automatically want to do a half cut? Do I want it to do a half cut because that plastic backing is on there? I don't know. All right, so let's put this on here. So there's actually a little mechanism that you can pinch, and it makes this go in or out. So we put it in here. Pinch. It feels like it would work. I don't know. All right. All right. So I'm going to unlock this mechanism. Well, I'm going to unlock this one. Unlock it so that way I can push it over, because whenever you're using the roll feeder, it's not a proper 12, because the vinyl that you usually get isn't a 12 width. It's usually smaller in the rolls that you buy. So let's lock it back. Okay. And that way it catches both the rollers. So it is the width that could catch both the rollers. So we are okay with that. I'm terrified. I don't know if y'all noticed. All right. So let's go ahead. We're going to come over, scroll over to roll feeder. Okay. Now it's saying, hey, do you want to attach the roll feeder? If you do select that, it's going to tell you about how to do it. And it does walk you through how to do. So we love that for us. All right. Which we've already done these steps. All right. All right. There it is. I'm so nervous. I should not be this nervous. I don't know why I'm this nervous. All right. Am I supposed to? I can't remember. Am I supposed to hit for it to go in there? Guide plate right. Okay, I did that. Next. All right. Pull the end of the rolled material until it goes past that. Okay, I did that. Okay. Press on top of the rolled material. Oh, that's to trim it. I don't want to trim it. Okay, I don't want to do that. Okay, I don't need to do that. Oh, now there are some roll feeders that you can get leader sheets that actually go in. I have the previous model before the leader sheet. If I had to pick between the two, I would get the one with the leader sheet personally. All right, there we go. All right, and she says to go ahead and tell it to go in. I am so nervous. Let me switch the camera. That way you guys can see it rolling in, because I feel like it's going to block it if not. Let's see. I am so nervous. All right, here we go. Just rip off the Band-Aid, Courtney. Rip off the Band-Aid. Oh, wrong one. There we go. All right. I'm so nervous. All right, let's roll it in. It's not going to kill you, Courtney. It's not. Oh, I have this flipped up. Okay, flip back. Okay. Okay. Let's just. Okay. Feed it in. Feed it in. Just feed it in. It worked. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. So you see how it rolls it back in and out? It does it the whole time it's cutting. So that's why I was like, all right, regular fabric wouldn't work, but this might. All right. So, wrong one. There we go. All right. So what I did was I actually selected start to cut rolled material, and then I can pick a design. So I could go make one on Canvas Workspace, send it over. If I already have one on a USB, I could send it over. On Canvas Workspace, whenever you do activate your roll feeder, because it's considered a special item, so once you activate it, it will allow you to create ones or different ones on Canvas Workspace, which is really, really cool. I'm going to go in here just to their designs. So I have the Disney machine, so I have Disney designs built in. And do we cut out a bunch of Mickey Mouses? I feel like that's a little... That's a little excited. Do we let her do something? Oh, I did this one before. Oh, it came out so cute on a nursery wall. I absolutely love that one. Let's see. Which one should we do? These are kind of big. The Peter Pan? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's adorable for, again, a nursery or just me. All right. I want to find one that's not crazy hard because I want to be nice to her. It is going to be funny that I'm cutting it out of that material, but again, I don't want to waste. I don't want one that's like going to be super long to cut out either because I really want to figure out how this works. Let's just do some Mickeys. And then that way we can stop it whenever we want. All right, here's Mickey. There's a bunch of Mickey Mouses. What if my material's not this long? I don't know. All right, let's just try this. All right, please select. We want to cut. I'm going to go ahead and put my fabric blade in, which makes me think, is it going to let me? Because I had my vinyl blade in. So it would have been fine with that. But if I slip that fabric blade, is it going to give me an error? No, didn't give me an error. Do we want to test cut? I don't know. Okay, let's hit start. Let's just try. How long? Okay, 12 minutes. Oh, because it's all those little bitty Mickey Mouses. Oh gosh. All right, let me put you on this camera. Not that camera, this camera. Is this gonna work? I don't know. Is this working? Okay, do you see what I'm saying about it pulling and pushing? So regular fabric, if you had that with no support on it, like how this clear sheet has, it would just bunch up and it wouldn't work because it's pulling it in and out of the machine. Oh, this is like nerve-wracking. It looks like it's working. Did it cut a Mickey Mouse out? I don't see a Mickey Mouse. Did it work? That's a sentence I didn't think I'd have to say. I don't see a Mickey Mouse. Oh, it bunched up. Do you see that? It bunched up. Okay. So it's saying rolled material is not loaded correctly. The rolled material will unfold. Okay. Carriage mat will move. Oh no, is it going to spit it out? All right, let's see. I'm going to hit okay. Oh, that does not sound good. Did it even do it? I don't see it. I don't think it even cut. I don't think it cut. And it also didn't fully take it out. I want to do it again. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Make sure it's not my blade. No, my blade's fine. I'm going to do it again. It's a really bad habit of mine. It's like, I'm just going to keep trying this. All right, let's cut. Oh, I did not realize, and this is me being silly, you can draw with the roll feeder. That's cool. So if you had like a banner you wanted to make and you could put it in the roll feeder. Did I know that? I don't remember. All right, let's see. What's this? Trial feed. No, it is not like that. All right, I'm going to unroll. Oh, it was already rolled in. It's rolling it in again. Oh, gosh. All right. Let's go back. All right, let's hit start. I'm going to just try it again. Just try it again and see what happens. I don't know why it wouldn't, though. I kind of want to try with a different blade, which I don't think would actually affect it, but now I just want to. That one side looked like it bunched up. Oh, see, maybe if I'm like, but that's the thing. Is like, is the hack working if I'm having to be extra careful with it and like try to push it through in some kind of way? Like, I just want things to work. Yeah, it is bunching. It's bunching. Okay. Yeah, that does not look like it's going well. See, and it says that it cut this area, but I don't see anything. I'm going to pull the backing off in a little bit just to see. I hear it. It sounds like it's doing something. I'm going to try a different blade if this doesn't work. It bunched up again. Yeah, it's bunching up in the machine. Maybe if I just keep pushing like that, it would do better. All right. Let's see. It's going to spit it out again. Let's see if she did anything this time. I don't see a thing. I don't see anything. Let's open it up and see if it cut anything, but I don't think it did. Yeah, there's nothing cut. Yeah, nothing was cut on this. Yeah. Okay, let's try, because I'm going to give it its best chance. Okay, now that I've done that to it, though, I am going to open it up, and I'm going to cut it real fast with the cutter. That way I can get a piece that hasn't been opened up. I'm really glad we did this on a spare piece. Where's my cutter? Did I lose it? Oh, it's right here. I was so confused. I was like, wait, where is it? Okay. I have not done this in a bit. All right, there we go. So this is just to cut like a nice end on it. Okay, I kind of did it here. All right. And that comes with the roll feeder, which is so nice. I honestly use this a lot, just regularly cutting out any kind of cardstock. Okay, there we go. We'll throw that piece away. I'm going to regret that later. I have to go pick all that up. Okay, I'm going to switch the blade. I really want to use this one, and it's not going to let me do that. All right, I'm just going to use the black one. Let's just see. Just to see. I'm surprised when I slipped it in, it wasn't like, this is the wrong blade, or like question it in any kind of way. Okay. Is it in? Okay, we're going to pull up to the front again. Okay, and this time, I felt like it was bunching right here. I'm just going to keep pushing it down with my hand. I'm be very careful not to get cut, though. All right, here we go. Let's feed her in. Okay. There we go. All right, I'm coming to the end of it, though. All right. I'm going to please select. I'm going to cut. You guys saw that a minute ago. I'm going to pull my hair back so it's not in y'all's way. All right, I'm going to hit start, and then I'm going to keep pushing down right there. Not right there. Let's see. Okay. Like right here, I'm just going to keep pushing it down because that's where it got bunched up. Ah, okay. I'm going to avoid the cutter. The weight is different. Do you need to flip the bar? It's set at a 2 right now. Material rolled is not rolled correctly. What? You didn't even cut yet. I think our dream might be gone, guys. All right, let's see. Because it was flat and it said that. Right now it's set to a 2. I think if I set it down to a 1, if there's any kind of crinkle, it's going to notice it faster than if it's set to a 2, right? That's my thought pattern here, at least. All right, let's try it again. Just cut me out one Mickey. Come on, that's all I want. Again, things I did not think I was going to say today. Cut me out one Mickey. Come on, please. All right, because they can't tell this. Because at first I was like, oh, no, that's big. But she can't tell that. It's not inside the machine. It's not getting bunched inside the machine is what I'm saying. All right, here she goes. I'm just going to keep making sure things stay down. Okay, it sounds like it's doing something. But it tricked us last time. Okay. Ooh, got a little bunchy. Nope. I do not recommend this, by the way. Putting your hand right here. I do not recommend this. Oh gosh, it sounds like it's doing stuff. Do you think it automatically sets it to half cut and it's like half of the fabric? Ooh, it's punching. Ah! All right. I think we gave it its fair chance. Let's hit okay. Let's take her out. I don't think it did anything. I really don't see anything. All right. Let's see. No, I don't think it did anything. Other than concern this poor lady and her baby. See. All right, I'm going to pull it apart just so we can see. No, it didn't do anything. Okay. That's so weird. I wonder why it didn't. That is so odd. Take advantage of the fabric. Oh, is it? Can you advance the fabric enough to get it past that part where it scrunches up the material? I don't think, if I keep rolling it in, it went in a little bit more, but it wouldn't go in that much more, I don't think. Let's see. See, maybe you need to start a piece and the new roller has. Yeah, like a leader. If I'd put the leader sheet on it, yeah. I don't think I have one nearby, though. Darn. The weight is different. Do you need to flip the bar? Oh, we answered that one already. Yeah, I don't know. That's so odd. That picture is a little creepy. It Instead of your fingers, use a stylus or a flat edge. You know what, Kate? That would make a lot of sense. That would really make a lot of sense if I did that. Will the roll feeder for the 230 fit the 332? Yes, it will. Yeah, it will. I've done it before. It will fit. So you're like, Courtney, use something else other than your finger. Like, could you use some vinyl as a leader edge? Like a makeshift leader edge? Probably. But the thing is that it was cutting or it was on there. Like it was on there. Even when it wasn't bunched up. We heard it. It was like, and it wasn't cutting. And I switched blades. So I even switched to my black auto blade. So I was like, oh, maybe it's my fabric blade that it's like tricking it in some kind of way. And so it doesn't want to work properly. So I switched to the black auto blade, which should be able to cut vinyl just fine. And it didn't even do it for that. Let's see. Could it be the tension isn't there on the roller? I don't know, because when I use my roll feeder with vinyl, sometimes it'll have a little slack to it kind of built up and it goes just fine. I don't know. What type of project would one do to want fabric this way? I was thinking like in my head, like a big like applique or something on a quilt would be kind of cool. Or if someone just wanted to use it to cut out like strips or something like that, like large strips or something, that would be kind of cool, but it does not feel like it worked. Mine came with a blurry vinyl blade, with a blue vinyl blade. My brain went to blurry. Oh, your roller kit when you purchased it. That's awesome. Yeah, so I think we gave her her fair fighting chance on this one. I'm still going to keep it because in my brain, I'm like, all right, can I figure this out later? And then I don't want to throw this away and then, waste fabric. So I am going to pop that thing, the tube, back into my roll feeder one so it can go back into my print moda. And I didn't waste any because I already had this that travels around with me. She's not going to be traveling around with me anymore. All right. So I feel like the jury's not up on that one. I feel like we'll definitely figure something out to be able to use it, to be able to do this. I'm going to have to put my thinking cap on. It's blue. Just kidding. I'm going to put my thinking cap on and try to figure out something that I can do to make that work. But it does not want to cut. That is crazy. At least I thought it would cut. And maybe I wouldn't be able to do like the whole 6 feet because it would get bunched up. But it didn't even want to cut one Mickey Mouse. There has to be a reason for that. I'm going to figure out what that reason is. That's now on my brain and I have to figure it out. Let's move in right along to our next hack, which I saw someone said to put peel and stick on their mat, put it into your ScanNCut, let your ScanNCut draw on it. Because remember, we did a show where I made quilt templates using my ScanNCut, and I actually had to cut out a stencil. And then that way I could stencil onto where my quilt was and then be able to sew it on there. So love that thought. But they were like, hey, why don't you just use peel and stick, almost like a temporary sticker, have the ScanNCut draw on the fabric side of the peel and stick or stabilizer side of the peel and stick, peel it off and put it on your fabric and, use the ISR on that and then peel off the peel and stick. And then that way you keep your design. The only thing I'm thinking about is one, it's going to be a nightmare trying to peel off all that peel and stick. 2, there is a product by Dime. Lauren, our imaginary friend, can you put in the comments a link to the Dime? It's called Stick and Peel. I think it's Peel and Stick or Stick and Peel. It's a similar concept. I've used theirs before and it actually worked really well. Lauren's like, she randomly tells me to put things in the cup. I'm sorry. She's like, she couldn't have warned me before the show. No. All right, so I'm going to get a little piece of this. Nothing crazy. We don't want to waste our stabilizer because stabilizers are expensive. Have y'all seen these tubes from Exquisite? I actually really like them. That's the stabilizer I use the most is Exquisite stabilizer. I really like their rolls because they have this on the end of them. Boop, boop. And it actually says it what it is. And I appreciate they used to have those tubes. Remember those plastic tubes that they would put around them? I think it was like a Stay Fresh tube. I hated those tubes because you'd put the top on and you like had to struggle to put the top on. And they were kind of weird to, I'm looking at one right across the room right now. I actually just like these. I use stabilizer fast enough. It's not going bad for me. And then I can just like stack them all together, but I can see what it is at the end. And it says it on both sides. And then they do have, I've seen where they have those like slap bracelets that you can put around there. I've just put a hair tie. That's usually what I do is just put a hair tie on it. Let's see. Just have to cut it on 24-inch mat. I know, Patty, we tried to cheat on the 24-inch mat and it came back at us. What's the difference between the roll feeder and the roll feeder 2? The roll feeder 1 is the one I just showed you. It does not have a leader sheet, so you actually lose like the top bit of your vinyl. It's not a lot. It's like an inch or 2. You actually lose that and you don't get to use it because there needs to be vinyl to be able to go into the rollers to go in back and forth. So you would lose a section of your vinyl. And I guess enough of us complained that they came out the roll feeder 2 that has a leader sheet, which actually looks like the top of a ScanNCut mat, but it has like a sticky part to it. So you would put the vinyl onto the sticky part and it was like itty bitty. And you'd put it onto that, and then that way the ScanNCut could roll in that leader sheet and you would get to use all of your vinyl. So you wouldn't lose that inch or 2 of vinyl. I think it was like an inch of vinyl. You could use the whole thing. So that's the difference between the two. I actually like them. I know some people were like, well, the leader sheet, what if it loses sticky over time? It does, but honestly, it's not that bad. So I just end up using the leader sheet. I think I've had to buy like one new leader sheet, but again, I use my ScanNCut like you wouldn't believe. So for me, it just didn't matter, and I felt like the 2 was good. But I still keep my 1. She's my one that I leave here. My 2 I have at home. I'm sorry, I brought her home with me, but that's the difference between the 2. Lauren, do you mind linking the roll feeder for me? That would be great. I love the tubes, right? Right, they're so good. I write with a marker on the end of my stabilizers. That's awesome. Let's see. I know, it's just, oh, and they crack. Yeah, Barbara Jones. And they used to crack because sometimes I would accidentally drop them and it drove me insane. So I just like this. I like their new packaging. So Dime, I know you're not watching. Sometimes you do, but we like that. We like that. I think it's good. All right. So, a stitch and peel. Yeah, that's if you stitch and peel. Yep. Or I guess you could use like a water soluble and it would make the stabilizer go away. But am I really going to dunk my quilt? I usually don't dunk my quilt afterwards. All right, so I'm going to take this. I'm going to put paper side down on the mat. This is an old standard mat. Calm down. They're like, don't put paper to your mat. I know, but this is really an old one. So I guess if you were doing this with new mats, you would want to use your low-tech mat instead. All right, so we've got our stabilizer on here. You're like, Courtney, it's white. We cannot see this. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I got a message from StreamYard, something about our Facebook account. I don't know if Facebook just got kicked off the stream or not. Facebook, great. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and load that in. All righty. So I know she's like, what about the roll feeder? We don't care about the roll feeder right now. Okay, you broke our heart. Oh, it's because I haven't unlocked the mechanism. She's like, you're still locked. I know. Let me unlock you. Okay. Slide her over, lock her back, lock this back, hit home. Way to go. There you go. All right. Let's see. Is it okay? Yeah. We're going to go to pattern. Now, I'm just going to come find a design, something simple that I want to be able to follow around with my SAR. So I like the borders because those are fantastic for that, to be able to follow them around. So if we want to do any of these. Do we want to do that one? No. Or, I mean, I could pick in a letter if I wanted to do a letter. If I want to follow these ducks, I could follow these ducks. I think we've done this one before on the show. That was a lot of fun. Let's see. Oh, I forget that the holiday ones are in here. And then they just have straight lines, things like that. You know what? Let's just do this one, just to be kind to myself. All right, hit OK. I'm going to edit it, and I am going to turn it. Oop, no. There we go. Bring it on over and make it bigger. Is that cheating? I feel like that is a little cheating. Maybe we should bring 2 things in. That way it's not something just easy. We're doing something more hard. Oh, I could make this bigger. Oh, not that big. Okay, let's do that one. And let's bring something else in. Let's see. Maybe a flower. Let's follow a flower. Okay. This might be way too big. Let's make her a little bit smaller. Move her over a little. That, and then put this guy here. Yep, I like it. Okay. Okay, let's hit okay. Okay again. Okay again. We're gonna go all the way to the end. Please select, and we want to draw. Okay, we're gonna hit. Oh, we now load our mat. I was like, why is it not showing? It keeps asking me with the roll figure now. She can't let it go. Alrighty, so I'm going to take my drawing tool right here and go ahead and open it up. This always comes with your ScanNCut. They do give you a blue water soluble and a purple air soluble. I'm going to use my water soluble today. Here we go. Here we go. And walk her in just like how you would do any of the other, blades. All right, everything looks good. Everything looks great. You notice how it turned it blue instead of black because we are drawing. Let's hit start. All right, here she goes. I know she's going to do this part great. Look at her do the swirl. That's fun. She's just swirling. Carissa, is there an update available? Notice in your ScanNCut you showed that us to do that live. Oh, yeah, there is an update on my ScanNCut. I just haven't done it. It came out like a couple of weeks ago, and I probably should do it. If we could do it live, all you have to do, since I have my wireless set up, you just hit start. And then it does it. It's not too bad. It's nothing like how you have to do for machines and stuff where you put a USB in. If you have the wireless set up, it just automatically does it. Which since I am technically done with my ScanNCut, I can just do it and have it start going. So I'm going to hit home. Okay. I'm just going to select that update. It's going to say processing, and then I hit update and I hit okay. And then it starts updating and it turns itself off, turns itself back. It does everything. I don't have to do anything. It does take a while though. So usually I'll do it when I know I'm done with my machine for the night. I'll just tell it to update and then it works great. So here's our design. Let me show you guys up close. Wrong button. There we go. Here's our design. She came out beautifully. So let's go ahead and let's get our stuff set up. So I have some stuff right here. Here we go. All right. Not that. Not that either. All right, so I have a cute little piece together. There we go. Piece together design. So that way we can actually test it on something that's pieced together. I have some batting right here. So we're going to take our batting, put her on here. Oop, you cannot see that. We're going to put our batting on here. You could put a backing if you wanted to. I'm not going to. I know. There we go. Do we want to cut this? Yes, we do. Okay. All right, so now we've got our quilt square. Look, we quilted. There we go. Oh, this is going to fit perfectly. I love when things work out. All right, so we're going to take off the backing of our peel and stick. Usually it would be hooped, but we're just going to use like a big, giant sticker. Okay, I'm going to put it like this. Oh, you cannot see that. There we go. That way we can do a little bit of line. It does go off, so I can just going to fold that back. No, I'm going to cut that off. Okay, there we are. All right, so there's our little test dummy right here. Let's go over to our sewing machine right here. All right, so I've got my ISR already put on here. Absolutely love it. And I do have the open foot just so we can see it a little bit better. There we go. Let me move you guys in if you are okay with that. There we go. All right. I feel like you can see better now. All right. Everything looks great. Let's try this. All right. I feel like this would be easy, but it's the peeling it off part. It's the part I'm worried about. Oops. Can you tell I'm really bad about following directions? That went off the design. Okay, there we go. Cut. Oh, look how bad that one was. That one was great. Okay, those I did great. The other one, not so much. All right, let's do this one. Let's start here. Okay. Oh, I have it on. I switched the modes. There we go. What did I do wrong? Oh, so it's done. There she goes. All right, so there she goes. Not too bad on the curves. Don't look at that one. Not too bad on the curves. So now it's the hard part of pulling that stabilizer out from under here. Because honestly, it did work. I guess you'd have to do a cost analysis of how much it was compared to like the stabilizer roll to those dime ones, because the dime ones do work. So I don't know. All right, let's see. You cannot see on that one. There we go. All right, let's peel it away. It does peel off the fabric okay, so it's not like I'm like struggling to get it off. Ooh, I say that as I do that. Yeah, that's kind of hard. I feel like the dime ones like tore off easier. Ugh. Okay. And yes, I know Courtney does not have a lot of upper body strength, but she's doing her best. Okay. If I'm just rough with it, what happens then? I feel like I'll mess up my stitches, but like what happens? Let's just find out together. It's really not damaging my stitches as bad as I thought it would if I'm just like re-yanking things. Okay. Okay, that was pretty rough. But I didn't lock my stitch, so maybe if I had locked my stitch, that wouldn't be a problem. Okay, yeah. I'm noticing them when I'm rough with it. Let's see, let's put this one. Okay. So it was clean, but like now there's like these little loops because I pulled too hard. So maybe we do have to be careful with it. I was hoping it was one of those situations we could just like rip and pull kind of thing. Okay, so it did work, and I was able to get all the stabilizer out of that one, but I do have to be a little bit more gentle than what I was 2 seconds ago. All right, get out. Ugh. Very ladylike. There we go. Oh, I ripped those stitches clean out. Look. Yeah, that came out. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this. Yes, it did technically work, but it's kind of time consuming to get it out. And what if you did like a whole quilt? You wouldn't want to do that for a whole quilt. Maybe for a whole, like a section, it wouldn't be too bad, but a whole quilt, having to pull it all out. So I think one of our friends suggested a minute ago, just doing the wash away. I think if you're going to do something like this, the wash away stabilizer would probably be your best bet, because then you wouldn't have to do any of this. It would all just go. Get the big pieces out, but then the rest of it would just go. So I'd say a hack fail for the peel and stick part of it all. Maybe not a peel and stick. Maybe a wash and lay. Yeah, definitely a wash and lay. There's still pieces in here. All right, let me come answer the question. It did technically work, but no, it didn't. Let me answer some of the questions. See, I am here. What is the best model ScanNCut to get? And do I not have a brother embroidery machine? If you don't have a brother embroidery machine, then I wouldn't worry about some of the models, because some of the models like the 325 and the 330, the huge thing is my connection. Like, yes, they scan better. Yes, they have more built-in designs, and that's fantastic. But a 230 and 225 were great. They don't longer make those. So if you find them, cool, but they don't really make those. So then you would go down to a 125 or an 85. I don't usually lean towards the 85 because you can cut on 24-inch mat, but you can't scan on the 12 by 24 mat. And I love scanning on my 12 by 24 mat. And it also doesn't use all of the blades. So that one doesn't make sense for me. The 125 is great, but again, I use my connection and I like cutting out my appliques and different things like that. So I usually lean to a 330 or 325. So if I had to pick, if I had to pick between a model of all of them, I would probably go with the 325 or a 330 personally. The difference between those are, of course, what blades come with them. And also one has Disney. So the 330 right here, the mouse is in the house. She's got built-in Disney, where a 325 does not. So if you want Disney built in, 325 is great for that. It also comes with a rotary blade, which I absolutely love. This is my favorite blade. But you can buy it separately in a kit. I think this kit's like $60-something. Don't quote me. So that's personal preference on the features. I always say look up all the features and decide what features are the ones that I can't live without. Then that's how you pick your ScanNCut. I heard there is an issue with the update for the 330. Have you used? I have not. I'm about doing it right now. Oh, it's done. That was pretty fast. I haven't heard anything like crazy about any updates. I wonder if butcher paper would work for this. It's used in many other applications of fabric. Yeah, the only thing is with the butcher paper, there's nothing sticky. So maybe if you hit it with a 505, but do you really want to put 505 on the top of your quilt square? You know what I mean? Because usually we're fine with putting 505 on the back, but I would be worried about putting like spraying it on here and then putting the butcher paper, because there's nothing that's going to hold that butcher paper, and I don't want it to get slippery and slide. So that's why they like the stickiness of the peel and stick. But when the ink start to melt start to melt what? I hate when I read comments later because I'm like, I know she probably had a valid point. I don't remember what. Let's see. Maybe slow down the stitching and use water soluble after stitching around the blue marks. Run. I don't know what you mean. I'm sorry. I love my 325 with my staler. Yeah. Oh, what about the freezer paper? Yeah. So I would think of it slip. Let's see if you use, there we go. If we use freezer paper, shiny side down, it's slightly sticky when you iron it. Okay. There we go. That's what you were saying about it slipping and the inks, because you were talking about butcher paper. I'm caught up. You're welcome, Jacqueline. I'm caught up. There we go. Let's see. Think creating a stencil on ScanNCut making would be a lot easier and more cost efficient. I agree, Krista. I agree. I think I'll stick to, like, this was great. I'm glad I tried it, but I think I'll stick to making that stencil, because then I can use it over and over again, where this, it's a one and done, or like a one-time use. You can't reuse it because it's shredded. I'm not really going to piece all this back together, and there's not a soft way to get it off of the material, especially the ones that's on the inside, like how we did our flower. There wasn't anything that I could possibly, I could slowly do it, but it's still going to tear. Where the stencils, I can use over and over and over again, and it's fantastic. So I think you're right. I think I'm going to switch or keep to my stencils. Let's see. The update removed the Wi-Fi connection. What? Y'all let brother support know? Because, yeah, that's crazy. Try to shorten your stitch length, like in paper piecing. Yeah, but then do I have to always quilt with a particular stitch width? I can't just do my regular one because I don't want to be limited. I like how we're figuring this out together. It's fantastic. So those were some fun hacks. I absolutely love hacks. I can't tell, it's some of my favorite videos to do because we get to collaborate and figure this out together, and you get to watch Courtney panic. And I'm pretty sure that's half y'all's fun in all of this. I'm going to be honest with you. So there are a few things. And so I've been keeping a secret for a little bit of time. No, I'm not pregnant. I saw someone ask that question. That ship has sailed, guys. That ship has sailed. But I have been keeping something a little bit of a secret, and I'm so excited to announce it for the first time right here. AllBrands Academy Houston is now live. Woo! AllBrands Academy Houston is now live. You guys are like, Courtney, you did one in San Antonio. You did one in Lafayette. Where's Houston? You guys got a new Houston store and you haven't done an academy there yet. And I know, I 100% agree with you. So I love the way that they did this. Barbara Dowded, you miss Barbara. Barbara Dowded, Margie Coxey, and myself, and it looks like Allie as well. Allie, our alligator, our mascot, will be at AllBrands Academy. He won't actually be there, but we will be. We'll be at AllBrands Academy. That will be September 19th through 20th, and we are so excited. So we will have the brand new Brother machines there to play with. We'll also be teaching some fun projects. We'll be hanging out. We feed you guys. It's great. We'll be doing giveaways and raffles. So AllBrands Academy Houston is now live at this moment. We literally made it live right before. Guys, we weren't even sure if we were going to do one in Houston. Long story. And we were like, we have to. It's a brand new store. We need to christen it with an AllBrands Academy. So AllBrands Academy Houston, she is live right now. So if you want to sign up for her. And of course, we're not going to forget AllBrands Lafayette is also live with me and Cindy Hogan. I am so excited about that one because Cindy Hogan is a wealth of knowledge. And guys, you're going to see me geeking out really hard because I absolutely love Cindy Hogan. She is an icon. We love her. And then, of course, AllBrands Academy San Antonio is live as well right now. And that is going to be so much fun. We have Reen Wilcoxon from Embroidery Garden. How in the world we manage that one? That's great. So that one is, honestly, guys, if you're going to sign up for either of the Lafayette or the San Antonio location, those have been out for not even 2 weeks, and they're filling up fast. They're filling very fast. So make sure you sign up for either three of those academies. Those are filling fast, but I'm so excited. We get to announce Houston. You guys heard it first. Houston Academy is live. It is happening. We are doing it. And of course, we do want to just mention real quick that we do have our summer camp that is available for kids. It's called the Mini Maker Sewing Camp. We're very excited about this. They're actually doing 4 projects. Isn't that wild? And that is for 9 and up. So if you have some kiddos in your life that would love to come to a sewing camp, that is going to be so much fun. So in Baton Rouge, there will be me as the educator for that sewing camp. So it's 3 days of fun that we'll be teaching your little ones how to sew. They do not have to have any previous sewing knowledge at all. This is beginner level and is a lot of fun. And then we also have the summer camp in Lafayette. So I will not be the teacher for that one. Casey will be the teacher for that, and she's fantastic. And then we did announce the Bossier Mini Makers Camp. So that one is just in June, and we do have for those. So for Baton Rouge and Lafayette, there are June and July dates. For Bossier, as of right now, there is only a June date, and we are inching towards. We're also opening a Mini Makers for Houston. So if you have some Mini Makers in Houston that would like to join us, we are doing a Mini Makers in Houston as well. I just don't have the icon here. But Mini Makers in Houston is happening. And we're so excited because we get to hang out with you guys. And not hanging out with adults is fun, but also hanging with the kids and teaching them how to sew. It's going to be so much fun. So we're very excited about that. Thank you, Patty. I don't lie. Annie, you got to. Oh, you're going to the Academy in Lafayette. We'll be hanging out, Stone Gal, me and you. I know Jenny's going to be the one in San Antonio. So it's great to hear about Houston. Yes, we finally came to Houston. So you should try virtual classes. We had talked about an Academy virtual, and I would still love to do that. It's so good. We're excited for the kids. So I'm hoping one day we can do it a virtual Academy. I'm just figuring out the logistics of it. No worries. I appreciate you doing this hack so we don't have to. Yep, I love them. This is one of my favorite videos, is doing the hacks video. Now, heads up for next week, I am going to be out of town. So, sorry, that video will be pre-recorded, but we're very excited for that one. So, I won't be live. I'm sorry, but I'll be back that following week. We will have a video. Now, let's go ahead. Our imaginary friend Lauren, can you pull up our giveaway? Because we got to do our giveaway before we leave. And I've been going on for an hour and 4 minutes. Why did you let me do that? All right. Let's hit draw. Let's see. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Dun, 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 dun. It's going to be Desiree! Congratulations! You just won an AllBrands $25 e-gift card. Congratulations. Please email events@allbrands.com with your name, number, and address to claim your $25 e-gift card. Again, that is your events@ allbrands.com with your name, number, and address to claim that $25 AllBrands e-gift card. Congratulations. Oh my goodness. All right. I've been talking for a long time. You guys are so sweet in the comments. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe because that's how we know you guys want more of these videos. Don't forget that the Brother ScanNCut is available on our website, allbrands.com, as well as 7 of our 8 retail locations. So when you guys do purchase through us, we truly appreciate that. It tells us, one, that we're doing something right because you guys are excited about these machines as much as we are, but also you are supporting a small family-owned mom and pop, and we truly, truly appreciate that. So thank you guys so much when you do purchase through anything through us, not just the ScanNCut, but any of the items through us. We really, really, really appreciate it. All right, guys, I will see you next week. Pre-recorded. I'm sorry. I'm doing something cool and I can't say it yet, but I will see you guys back with the video for sure. Do not worry. We will have a video for you guys. And I'll also see you this Saturday for the AllBrands After Hours show. So I'll see y'all then. Bye, y'all.